Instead of being the hunter, you're the hunted now. Does it?
No, I'm not. I'm still the hunter.
Introducing Sweethands.
I don't feel like I'm the hunted. I'm still the hunter. I'm still looking for my prey. So.
Welcome back, fight fans. Today we look at a 28-year-old super middleweight determined to step up and make 2021 his year. Already a reigning world champion, bigger tests lie ahead for a man who epitomizes boxing's fighting spirit. Nicknamed Sweethands, this slick stylist has endured a short career filled with tragedy. The road to success is never easy to tread, yet through pressure forms diamonds. Created by adversity, now chasing legacy, the time to challenge his generational rivals has arrived. Caleb Plant, a modern-day warrior fighting for more than just victory in the ring. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
And still, baby.
In February 2020, before the virus truly impacted, Caleb Plant dominated mandatory challenger Vincent Feigenbutz in front of an adoring hometown crowd.
Really fast.
Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, he does look at that hook.
Oh,
Knee to hook, and Feigenbutz
he's hurt.
is driven back immediately. Pay attention every second and the full fight. Feigenbutz driven back and he's hurt.
Now riding high as a key player in a 168-pound division that contains pound-for-pound star Saul Canelo Alvarez,
I was born ready.
Plant's 10th round knockout victory not only displayed his ruthless punch-picking accuracy, but delighted his Nashville faithful with a mix of skill and showmanship. For every punch Feigenbutz missed, the German paid a heavy price.
Oh, Caleb just caught him real good.
And a right hand as well. Feigenbutz is hurt.
After the one-sided beatdown, Plant took to the mic and made his intentions known. He was gunning for a showdown with two-time world champion
David Benavidez. You know who the best 168-pounder is. If you want that, you got to come see me.
David Benavidez.
Flow tight, but the head loose. It's a dad boat. Then he's other room. King is coming, better make room.
They tell me that I'm the real deal, you know.
The life so the lungs boom and the bones move like. Cause them level 7 nights till in the lobby like.
Like so many talented pugilists, Plant's early years were hardened by the law of the streets, where being able to brawl is a requisite skill for survival. Needing to hone those fighting capabilities into a more positive outlet, Plant's father, Richie, an amateur boxer in his own right, introduced Caleb to the refuge of the ring, and he took up boxing at 8 years old.
It's not complicated. Find out who you're supposed to be, give it everything you got, you'll wind up where you're supposed to be. It's simple, but it ain't easy.
Eager to move his son away from the turf wars and neighborhood battles that could so easily have sucked in a headstrong, impressionable youth.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that trailer right there? Y'all see stairs right there? No, you don't see stairs. That's where I'm from.
It soon became apparent that his son's natural fighting ability was set for a more esteemed stage.
Yeah, I think since I was a kid, my father has just instilled in me that whatever you're not willing to do, there's someone else out there who is. So,
setting out an ambitious early goal of aspiring to world titles, the pair forged a pathway and never looked back. Several amateur championships in Tennessee followed as Plant excelled at the Golden Gloves, ending with a 97-20 record as his professional destiny beckoned. Turning to the paid ranks, Plant signed with an influential manager, Al Heyman, and made his pro debut in 2014.
My debut was on the Areola Severn 2 in LA.
Headshot after headshot. Areola doesn't look good at all.
I won by 47 seconds of the first round.
Putting his sweet hands straight to work, 8 of the first 9 victims were knocked out.
Sarah has gone down twice in this first round. Oh, down again.
Fans were given a first glimpse into the flamboyant character of Caleb Plant as he comprehensively outboxed Jamar Freeman over 8 rounds in 2015.
Let's go. I do this accordingly. Don't do this affordably. But that this you talking dog. Yeah, that this you boring me.
The left hook by Plant.
Something that they never see. I'm a star, boy. Don't.
Adding a touch of showboating and enjoying his time in the spotlight, it was the technically sound, composed nature of Plant's work but was also getting noticed.
Hands up better. 1-2. That hurt him there. 1-2 hurt. Knockdown. That 1-2 to the head definitely hurt him.
The early snap on his punches remained, but a propensity to work angles, judge distance, and let rip with fast combinations caught the eye. While he might not always be the most aesthetically pleasing, the Tennessee technician brings no fear into the squared circle. This makes Plant a dangerous foe to contend with.
Good body.
A body shot.
As he toils to win over the boxing skeptics. However, as Plant's reputation grew with every step, his world was rocked in early 2015 when the 5-0 prospect suffered a huge personal tragedy outside the ropes.
The disease that she has is like 40-something letters long. I can't pronounce it well, but she's only the second person in the world to ever have it.
She had brain damage. She had zero motor skills. She couldn't sit up. She couldn't hold her head up. She couldn't lift her arm.
Born with a rare medical condition, Aaliyah Plant was a fighter just like her father. Caleb's life changed forever when she passed away shortly before her second birthday. Reinforcing his promise to one day become a world champion, the man from Ashland City refused to let tragic circumstances change his path. Now every hill run, grueling sparring session, and torrid round is fueled by a burning personal incentive.
The reason I do things, the way I fight, the person I want to be, it just adds a lot to that, it keeps me focused, it keeps me grounded.
Returning to do what he does best, just 2 months later, Plant re-entered the ring, knocking out Daniel Henry in the first round, showing a renewed vigor in his work and a relentless drive to reach the top of his sport to honor the memory of his daughter.
Caleb, a 2011 Golden Gloves champion.
I think Plant is going to get the better ball exchanges tonight, as I said before this fight started.
As the level of opposition steadily rose, the knockouts dried up for Plant, who relied more on his innate boxing abilities to prevail.
Your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated.
A 2018 step-up win over gatekeeper Rogelio Medina was convincing, yet lacks stardust.
Because not only is Caleb Plant taking a step up, guys, this is a road game for him.
It is. He's in hostile territory. He's causing him to do a lot of unnecessary movement at this point. So both men have strategies.
That faded into irrelevance when, almost a year later, Caleb finally realized his world title dream and defeated Jose Uzcategui for the IBF super middleweight crown, fulfilling the promise he made to Aaliyah 4 years earlier.
If he thinks I'm going to be easy task, he's got another thing coming.
I know a lot of people still have doubts about how good I am, and I will show them that I am the boogeyman.
They don't know you when you cold now. They just want you when you hot. They just want you for your spot. Now they think you forgot. All the times you was down bad and they laughed at you. Now you up, now they mad at you. Taking shots, throwing jabs at you. Observing the game, I'm watching the field. Ay, you either fake or you real.
Sneaking right in over the top. Got to the head of Plant, but the new ringside. There's a shot as he got into the corner. Up against the ropes, Plant's coming out of it.
Snakes in the grass, got it turtle.
And the new IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the world. I promised her that I'd become a world champion and that I'd bring her this title. And that's exactly what I'm going to go back to Tennessee and do. Nashville, stand up!
6 months later, in arguably his most complete performance to date, Plant battered unbeaten challenger Mike Lee to a third-round submission. Using Lee's straightforward aggression against him, the champion showed all his premier moves: the jab, flashing uppercut, and spiteful body assaults.
That's it. That will do it.
If he can consistently present an engine capable of negotiating 12 hard rounds, combined with the patience and confidence to stay true to his skill set, this talented pugilist could rise to the top of the tree at 168. Admired, if not loved, by the wider boxing public, with solid fundamentals and a fearless attitude on both sides of the ropes, the future looks bright for a fighter shaped by the trials and tribulations of a difficult past. Plant is a key ingredient in the super middleweight mix, with some enticing stylistic matchups on the horizon. How would he cope with the pressure and energy of Chris Eubank Jr., or the size and power of a Callum Smith or David Benavidez. Outside the vast PBC ecosystem, middleweight kingpin GGG seeks challenging opponents, as does old nemesis Saul Canelo Alvarez. The Mexican remains one of boxing's most coveted opponents, and Plant's name has already been linked. Canelo once told Golovkin that luck is for the mediocre. Caleb Plant is neither lucky
I've worked my whole entire life for this, 17 years straight,
nor mediocre. Fans of the sweet science can expect Sweethands to continue making plenty of noise at 168 pounds as his roller coaster journey continues. To change a tire, make sure you're in a safe location. Apply the parking brake, turn on your hazard lights, and use wheel wedges or chocks to prevent rolling. Loosen the lug nuts and then jack up the car. Remove the lug nuts, remove the flat, and replace with a new spare tire. Hand tighten the lug nuts, then snug them down without providing final torque. Lower the jack until the tire contacts the ground. Apply final tightening to the nuts. Remove the jack, return everything to your car, and get on down the road. Some folks say we're just a couple of lugs, but we keep things rolling when the pressure's on in every Motovidia presentation.